Congress adopted the Jerusalem Embassy Act, urging the federal government to relocate the American embassy to Jerusalem and to recognize that that city, and so importantly, is Israel's capital. This act passed Congress by an overwhelming bipartisan majority and was reaffirmed by a unanimous vote of the Senate only 6 months ago. Yet for over 20 years, every previous American president has exercised the law's waiver, refusing to move the U.S. Embassy to Jerusalem or to recognize Jerusalem as Israel's capital city. Presidents issued these waivers under the belief that delaying the recognition of Jerusalem would advance the cause of peace. Some say they lacked courage, but they made their best judgments based on facts as they understood them at the time. Nevertheless, the record is in. After more than 2 decades of waivers, we are no closer to a lasting peace agreement between Israel and the Palestinians. It would be folly to assume that repeating the exact same formula would now produce a different or better result. Therefore, I have determined that it is time to officially recognize Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. While previous presidents have made this a major campaign promise, they failed to deliver. Today, I am delivering. I've judged this course of action to be in the best interests of the United States of America and the pursuit of peace between Israel and the Palestinians.
Donald Trump recognized history. He, like King Cyrus before him, fulfilled the biblical prophecy of the gods worshipped by Jews, Christians, and yes, Muslims, that Jerusalem is the eternal capital of the Jewish state.
We know that the Jews, whom Cyrus liberated from Babylonian captivity, looked upon Cyrus with very high regard. In fact, they hailed him as their Messiah or the Lord's anointed.
The embassy move is just one step in the direction of building the temple?
It's a huge step. It's not just a step. It's a huge step because it is a step that is bringing together the biblical narrative, the narrative of Esav and Yaakov, the 2 brothers that were split thousands of years ago are now being brought together again, and this is all part of the biblical narrative. We believe that this is a huge step to the recognition of Jerusalem, of Israel, and the rebuilding of our 3rd temple.
How is it going to be conducted? On the same location where the Mount Sharif is?
There's only one place that it can be done in the whole world, and that is the place of the Temple Mount. That's why it's called the Temple Mount, and of course that's where it's going to be.
Try to think, with this coin, we can build all of this and a lot more.
It is up to you.
Author and researcher Anthony Patch pointed out how it is fascinating to see the configurations of modern quantum computing chips and compare them to the layout of the holy temples of the past. In this example, an image of a QPU from D-Wave right from their website is laid out in eerily similar fashion to that of Solomon's Temple. Not to mention the biblical measurement of a cubit with a C being the same phonetically as a qubit with a Q in quantum computing. Is it possible that the 3rd temple in Jerusalem might replicate some kind of quantum computing mechanism that invokes the God of forces, which gives the man of sin complete control of geopolitical, spiritual or religious, technological, and economic authority over the earth.